So I remember one time in Brixton now, obviously everywhere we go, if the authorities approach us, we show them, our papers, they leave us alone. But this one time we were in Brixton, and the same guy in Brixton that told me, you need the only way you can operate the way you're operating is if you're a charity, and then he left us alone. But at this time, he usually approaches us alone, but this time he chose to approach us with officers and said, basically, we're going to pack up for you. If you don't pack up, we're going to pack up for you. So on this particular day, we stood our ground. We chose to stand our ground. We said we're a legitimate charity. According to the Human Rights Article 10 of the Human Rights Legislation of the European Convention, we have the right to receive and impart information regardless to borders and frontiers without any interference from any public authority. We've also got the freedom of expression and so forth. But he was basically saying it isn't about your human rights today. You either pack up or we'll pack up for you. Then I did a call and answer with the public. I said, have we sold anybody any books? They said no. I said, look, the community has just spoken. He said, have you got any identification? I said, my charity papers is my identification. It's got my picture and it's got my name on it. And it's also got an explanation of our charity. Again, I'm seeing more and more officers, and they pushed my brother Negus in the back. Cut a long story short, they ended up pepper spraying me and rushing me, and they arrested me on assault of a police officer. And then my cousin Negus is also got a case that's still going on right now, where he's basically charged with obstruction. But even I was NFA'd because the footage shows that I was assaulted. I never assaulted any police officers. But regardless, they still want to, take my cousin to court. And he basically said he wasn't obstructing anything. He was just obstructing. If he was obstructing, he was obstructing a kidnap and an unlawful arrest. So this had a major impact on what we were trying to do. It was publicity, but it also slowed us down. Even though people were like, yes, we heard what happened, that wasn't what we were trying to do. We're trying to start from the ground up, on the streets, posted. And the reason we're posted there is because some people don't subscribe to the conscious community. They don't subscribe to, wearing daishikis and saying Hotep brother and all that kind of stuff. There's people that are interested in African history and that don't wear daishikis, or you'll never see them at these so-called events that people love to, hold. They're on the street, and we tend to reach out to these people that, brother, I've always heard about Malcolm X. Have you got any books? I don't really read that much, but I want to, and you introduce them to the literature. Because what we find is that a lot of people are judgmental of people that don't have locks or don't wear a daishiki or don't say Hotep. You understand? So for me, I find a lot of these events some of them very surface, very, very, very superficial. You understand? A lot of them. I'm not judging anyone in particular, but I'm saying a lot of these events that I've seen all my life, I see the same people, and it's not really reaching the people who's supposed to reach. So that's the reason why we posted out on the street, because we're trying to reach the wider community. You understand? You don't reach people always by preaching. You reach people by acting and just providing. Sometimes I don't even say, especially after this, what's happened with the police, I don't even say, oh, would you like a book? I just stand there. And if people gravitate towards it, you wait for people to come out of the matrix and come to the table. And then you can speak to them and converse because they're showing interest. You understand? So what's happened with the police, it slowed us down for a minute, but we've chose to go back to Brixton. We chose to go back. It was a conscious decision. Even though